Hi, let's go over how to use the Draftback extension. Now, the Chrome extension Draftback lets you replay the entire writing process of a Google document. Every edit, deletion, and paste, as if you're watching a student or students write in real time. It's a powerful way to see how students draft, revise, and think through their writing. So once you've installed the Draftback extension and connected your account, you can open any student's Google document that you have access to. It's important to know that in order to use Draftback, you need edit access to a document. You'll see a small button in the upper right-hand corner labeled Draftback. Next to this button, you'll see a certain number of revisions. This number tells us how many individual saves Google recorded for this document. Every time a student or anyone else who's working in this document stops typing or pauses briefly, Google saves an automatic revision. Now, this is a great complement to still using the file version history, but this allows us to see an actual playback of all the edits that were made to this document. When I click on this Draftback button, this will allow me to get to the feature of playing the stored revisions. Now, I can see that I can play the stored revisions right here, delete them, or re-render. Now, if you already used Draftback before in this document, you may see an option that says play stored revisions, and this is the already rendered video that you can replay. Now, if there have been new revisions, and you can see here I have 536 and this is 454, I'll want to re-render so that I can see a video of all of the revisions. So I can then click view to see this. Now, once I've actually done this, you can see that in the future, if I want to go back, I don't need to re-render again. I can just click play 536 stored revisions. This will take us to a new playback window. And on this window, you'll see a couple things. One is, this is our playback bar right here, so I can play. I can also scrub through. This right here is where I can change the speed, or I can play at an actual speed. So pressing play allows us to watch the writing process. Every insertion, deletion, and paste appears in real time, allowing us to observe how the student built their draft. So as I mentioned, you can control the speed here. You can actually manually scrub through as well. And you see this red line here, this says there's a possible paste. So if we look at the first one, indeed, we can see that there is a big pop of text, which indicates there was a large copy and paste. This will even say how many characters. But however, we go to this one right here, this is slightly different. So when we're watching the playback of that, we're actually seeing that there's a line through the text. This means that this part of the text was created with voice to text. So when you see a text with a line through it, that means it was voice to text. It wasn't actually pasted. And as I scrub through, I can actually see right here where I can see the date and the time of these edits being made. So these red lines tell us when there are possible pastes. Just note that if documents were written offline or if they were utilizing voice typing, it can sometimes seem like it generated large insertions that look like paste. So be extra mindful when looking at the playback. So here I can see very clearly this was a large paste, but here this was not a paste, this was actually me using the voice dictation tool. There's a link right here to document, graphs, and statistics. If I click on this right here, it will open another window. So in this window, it will let us know about document length and activity. We can see a total time that this document was written. We can see the days when work was done on this document. And here we can see the span of the different writing sessions, duration, number of revisions, and user. This is just giving us number, but it will sort of show if there's different users that were editing or making changes to this document. And this user right here is actually my teacher account versus the student accounts. Draftback gives a little peek behind the curtain, a little bit more of a transparent look of how students are writing, not just the final product. So I encourage you to use it, play around, and let me know if you have any feedback on this tool.